Japanese automakers Honda and Nissan have announced plans to join forces, officially confirming on Monday that they've agreed to hold talks on a possible merger. As the world races toward electric vehicles, EVs, which are widely seen as the future of transportation, Honda is secretly working on something massive behind the scenes. Something so revolutionary that even China and Elon Musk aren't aware of it yet. Honda is developing an engine that could disrupt the entire auto industry. While everyone is chasing the electric dream, Honda is charting its own path, building a beast of a machine that could change the game forever. Their CEO calls it a complete revolution, one that might shake the entire EV world to its core. Imagine an engine that doesn't need petrol, doesn't require charging, and outperforms electric cars in efficiency and power. Sounds unbelievable, right? But this might just be the unexpected twist that redefines the future of automobiles. To understand how Honda reached this point, let's rewind and meet the visionary who started it all, Soichiro Honda. Forget the image of a businessman in a sleek suit and fancy office. Soichiro was a grease-covered dreamer, always tinkering with machines. Born in 1906, the son of a blacksmith, he grew up surrounded by tools, fixing bicycles and playing with engines. Speed fascinated him, and he carried a bold belief that he could create something extraordinary. He didn't start with flashy motorcycles or cars. Instead, in 1937, he began by making piston rings, small engine parts, for Toyota through a company called Tokai Seiki. But then came World War II, his factory was bombed, and he had to start over. Yet Soichiro didn't quit. In the chaotic aftermath of the war, when Japan was short on fuel and people needed affordable transportation, he found a clever solution: mounting leftover military generator engines onto bicycles. In 1946, the first Honda motorcycle was born. Just 2 years later, in 1948, he founded the Honda Motor Company. From a humble, scrappy motorbike, Honda exploded into a global force. Their motorcycles began dominating races, proving Japan could build machines as tough and fast as the West. Soon, they moved into cars, not by simply placing wheels on a metal frame, but by crafting engines full of life. Honda cars were fast, fun, and dependable, and the brand quickly became legendary. Today, Honda produces more engines than any other company in the world, powering everything from motorcycles to jets, even Formula One race cars. The journey from a greasy-handed dreamer to a global engineering giant is nothing short of awe-inspiring. Honda is now one of the strongest automotive brands in the world, selling over 4 million vehicles annually and ranking as the 7th largest carmaker globally. But their success isn't just about numbers. Honda has a reputation for building highly reliable, intelligent, and smoothly functioning vehicles. Take the Honda Accord, it's practically a rock star in the car world. In just the first half of 2017 alone, over 161,000 Accords were sold. That's no accident. People love Hondas because they're dependable, whether it's your first car or your fifth. And Honda never rests on its laurels. They constantly look ahead, always innovating. Back in the 1970s, they introduced the CVCC engine, which met tough U.S. emission standards without needing a catalytic converter. Then came the revolutionary VTEC system, giving small engines the roar of a big one. Honda was also among the first to bring hybrid vehicles to the U.S., proving that eco-friendly driving could still be fun and thrilling. Now, Honda is preparing to flip the script again. This time, it's not about hybrids or traditional EVs. It's something entirely different. Honda believes engines still have a future, they just need to evolve. Their next big idea: hydrogen. While the whole world is chasing electric, Honda is daring to go in another direction. They're betting big on hydrogen, and given their long-standing expertise in building engines, they just might pull it off. Why hydrogen, though? Why not just jump on the EV bandwagon like everyone else? Because Honda sees hydrogen as the ultimate twist in the story, a cleaner, more efficient solution that could upend the electric revolution and give the world something better. Electric vehicles, once a sci-fi dream, are now everywhere. No gas, no roar, just plug in and go. Companies like Tesla have made EVs mainstream, with cars that zoom down highways and giant touchscreens to boot. Governments around the world have pushed for the shift, offering tax breaks and banning petrol and diesel vehicles within a decade or so. Climate change efforts made EVs the new normal. Battery tech improved, charging sped up, and people stopped laughing at the quiet hum of an electric motor. Suddenly, Everyone wanted an EV. But amid all this, Honda is quietly working on an innovation that could turn everything upside down. Their hydrogen-powered vision might just be the unexpected turn the automotive world never saw coming. Now, every car company, Ford, Hyundai, you name it, is rolling out electric rides like they're the latest must-have gadgets. Electric vehicles, or EVs, are often hailed as the silent and shiny step toward a cleaner, greener future. But there's a flip side to this glowing narrative, one that rarely gets enough attention. For starters, EV batteries don't last forever. They're large, heavy units packed with rare materials like cobalt and lithium, resources that aren't exactly easy to extract. Mining them scars landscapes, pollutes water sources, and raises serious environmental and ethical concerns. And once those batteries reach the end of their lives, disposing of them safely becomes a massive challenge we're still trying to figure out. Then there's the inconvenience of charging. Unlike filling up a gas tank in 5 minutes, EV charging can take hours, especially if you're nowhere near a fast charger. Even when fully charged, there's always that lingering anxiety, will I make it home? That worry doesn't go away, especially on long trips where charging stations are few and far between. Cost is another roadblock. EVs still come with hefty price tags, even with government subsidies. And while plugging in might seem affordable now, imagine what happens when millions of people start charging at once. Electricity bills could skyrocket. So yes, on the surface, EVs look like the perfect fix. But scratch beneath the shiny surface, and cracks begin to show. It's not just about switching from gas to electric. It's about finding a truly clean, efficient solution that works for everyone without creating new problems down the road. While the rest of the auto world races toward electric vehicles, Honda is taking a bold detour. They're stepping away from the growing battery waste, long charging times, and the reliance on rare earth metals sourced from distant corners of the globe. So what's Honda's plan? It's not electric. It's not your typical gas guzzler either. It's something in the middle, something smarter, hydrogen. Hydrogen, the lightest element in the universe, offers a radically clean alternative. When used as fuel, its only emission is water, pure H2O. No smog, no toxic fumes, just a whisper of vapor. Honda is betting big that hydrogen could be the real game-changer for clean cars. And the best part? They're not new to this. Honda has been quietly experimenting with hydrogen tech for years. Back in 2015, they unveiled a vehicle that looked like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie, the Honda Clarity fuel cell. It wasn't a traditional gas car, and it didn't need to plug in like an EV. It was Japan's first hydrogen car available for public purchase, and it made a major splash at the Tokyo Motor Show. The Clarity wasn't just futuristic in appearance, it was revolutionary under the hood. Built from the ground up for hydrogen, it featured cutting-edge wave flow tech that moved hydrogen through the system with greater efficiency, squeezing out more power while wasting nothing. Its compact fuel cells packed a punch, giving the car up to 360 miles of range on a single tank, more than most EVs at the time, and it delivered an incredible 88 miles per gallon equivalent. And when it ran, all it left behind was a puff of water vapor. Smooth, silent, and spacious, the Clarity seemed to crack the code for clean driving. But despite all its innovation, the Clarity didn't take off as Honda had hoped. The technology was solid, but the world around it wasn't ready. Hydrogen fueling stations were few and far between. Outside of California or select parts of Japan, good luck finding a place to fill up. That kind of uncertainty made road trips stressful and turned buyers away. People don't want a car that could leave them stranded. Then there was perception. Hydrogen sounded complex and maybe even risky. Meanwhile, EVs were gaining ground fast, with celebrities endorsing them, governments offering juicy incentives, and charging stations sprouting up in malls and driveways. Hydrogen cars like the Clarity didn't enjoy that same momentum. They were overlooked in the hype. Despite its engineering brilliance, the Clarity couldn't compete in the popularity contest, and Honda eventually pulled the plug in 2021, along with its electric and plug-in hybrid variants. But hydrogen wasn't dead. Honda didn't abandon the idea with a shrug. Instead, they walked away from the Clarity with hard-earned lessons. The technology wasn't the issue, the timing was. So Honda did something smart. They stepped back, observed the electric frenzy unfold, and quietly kept refining their hydrogen tech. And now, they're making a bold comeback. This time, they're not going it alone. Honda has teamed up with General Motors to bring hydrogen back in a big way. Together, they've addressed the shortcomings of the Clarity with longer range, sleeker tech, and a platform people already know and love. Say hello to the CR-V hydrogen SUV. This isn't just a minor upgrade, it's a full-on hydrogen-powered comeback that could shake up the EV world. On the outside, it looks like your everyday family-friendly Honda SUV. But don't be fooled, beneath the hood is something entirely new. There's no gas engine, and no battery you plug in. This SUV runs purely on hydrogen, backed by a completely reimagined fuel cell system co-developed with GM. It's not just a leap, it's a calculated evolution designed to finally make hydrogen vehicles mainstream. With better infrastructure, more range, and the familiar feel of a trusted Honda ride, this next-gen CR-V could be the model that redefines clean driving once and for all. Hydrogen, how cool is that? In the back of Honda's CR-V hydrogen SUV, you'll find two smart, high-pressure hydrogen tanks that are compact, efficient, and safe. Tucked neatly under the seats is a clever power unit that keeps everything running smoothly, expertly balancing speed and safety. But here's the real game changer. This CR-V doesn't need to be plugged into a wall to charge. Its fuel cell system turns hydrogen into electricity on the go. In a clean, controlled process, hydrogen and oxygen combine to produce instant energy, leaving behind nothing but pure water vapor, clean enough to practically drink. What does that mean for you? Freedom and convenience. Refueling takes just 3 to 5 minutes, as fast as filling a gas tank. And once you're fueled up, the CR-V hydrogen SUV can travel as far as some of the top electric cars out there, without the stress of running out of power mid-adventure. It's a huge win for everyday drivers looking for a no-compromise ride that's friendly to the planet. But Honda's CR-V hydrogen SUV is more than just a vehicle. It's a total game-changer. One of its most impressive features is power sharing. Think of it as a backup generator on wheels. If a storm knocks out your electricity, the CR-V can keep your lights on and your devices charged. It's not just a car, it's a lifeline. And while it's packed with futuristic tech, Honda hasn't sacrificed comfort or practicality. The CR-V retains that classic Honda vibe, sleek, spacious, and perfect for families. The hydrogen system is cleverly integrated, so you still have room for groceries, sports gear, and whatever life throws at you. It all feels natural, like the tech was always meant to be there. Honda is rolling it out smartly, starting in hydrogen-ready regions like California and Japan where infrastructure is already in place. As more fueling stations pop up, the CR-V will expand to other areas. It's not about rushing, it's about growing the right way, with a long-term strategy and the right partners. And that's what makes Honda's hydrogen SUV a quiet but serious threat to the electric vehicle market. While other carmakers are scrambling to build faster chargers and bigger batteries, Honda is already delivering instant refueling, long-distance driving, and zero pollution, all wrapped in a familiar, trusted package. And here's the big question. If the CR-V hydrogen SUV is this good now, what happens when Honda brings this tech to its entire lineup? For years, hydrogen cars like the Honda Clarity struggled due to one major issue. There just weren't enough refueling stations. The tech was brilliant, clean, and ready, but the infrastructure wasn't. That roadblock nearly derailed the hydrogen dream. But times are changing, fast. Hydrogen stations are sprouting across the U.S., with California leading the way. Other states are watching closely, ready to follow. Japan has gone all in, making hydrogen a cornerstone of its energy strategy. Germany is building stations to power heavy trucks, and China, the largest car market on Earth, is investing billions to fuel buses, taxis, and more. This isn't just talk anymore. Governments are fully backing hydrogen because it works. It's not just great for clean cars, it's ideal for trucks, buses, and transit systems that need long range and fast refueling. Hydrogen refuels in minutes, keeps going longer, and doesn't depend on clogged-up charging stations. Here's where things get interesting. EVs may be popular, but their systems are starting to strain. Power grids are feeling the pressure, and in some places, people are even asked not to charge their cars during peak hours. We need more electricity than we're producing, and EV batteries, reliant on rare, expensive, and environmentally taxing metals like lithium and cobalt, aren't exactly a sustainable long-term solution. Add in recycling challenges and rising costs, and suddenly EVs don't look quite as green as they used to. Unlike EVs, hydrogen vehicles don't overload the power grid, don't take hours to recharge, and don't require those rare and costly metals. Best of all, you can make hydrogen from water using sunlight or wind power, a process known as green hydrogen. Imagine that, running your car on water and sunshine, with zero emissions, no grid stress, and no heavy battery packs. Hydrogen isn't here to replace electric vehicles. It's carving its own path. It's the perfect solution for long-haul trucks, city buses, or powering remote locations where charging stations are impractical. It's not about choosing a winner. It's about finding balance. Hydrogen is doing what EVs can't, and the world is finally catching on. With refueling stations finally appearing and infrastructure taking shape, Honda's CR-V hydrogen SUV is hitting the roads at the perfect time. The future isn't some distant vision anymore. It's already here. And Honda isn't stopping at fuel stations and green tech. They're dreaming bigger. Behind the scenes, Honda is engineering tomorrow's engines, something only they could pull off. After decades of perfecting engines, from zippy mopeds to roaring race cars, Honda is once again ready to redefine what engine power means in a post-gasoline world. They're not chasing batteries like everyone else. Instead, they've asked a bold question. How do we make engines cleaner, faster, and better, without compromise? Honda's mission is clear. Keep engines awesome and make them green. Their answer? Hydrogen fuel cells. These aren't your standard electric systems. They deliver a driving experience that's quick, smooth, and feels like a classic car, only cleaner. No noise, no smoke, no gas. Just water vapor and instant eco-friendly power. Honda isn't abandoning engines, they're upgrading them. Teaming up with General Motors, they're combining Honda's legendary engine expertise with GM's cutting-edge electric tech to create smaller, faster, and more efficient fuel cell systems. It's a perfect partnership. But Honda's ambitions go even further. They've joined forces with Toyota, Subaru, Mazda, and Yamaha as part of a Japanese alliance focused on developing super-clean combustion engines that run on next-gen fuels like biofuels, hydrogen, and even ammonia. This isn't about replacing electric vehicles. It's about expanding the clean energy toolbox. These engines are ideal for powering remote areas and regions where electric chargers just don't work. Honda isn't following trends. They're setting new standards, reinventing what a car engine can be. The performance, the reliability, the unmistakable Honda spirit, it's all still there, now reimagined for a cleaner future. While others rush to build new electric-only models, Honda is focused on reinventing the heart of the vehicle, the engine. And they're not doing it alone. They're sharing their bold vision with top global players. This is the next chapter for Honda, and it's shaping up to be one thrilling ride. So here's the question everyone's asking. Can Honda's hydrogen-powered CR-V outshine electric vehicles? Let's break it down. First, there's charging time. EVs can take anywhere from 30 minutes to several hours to charge, depending on the power source. The CR-V hydrogen, on the other hand, is ready to roll in just 3 to 5 minutes, about as fast as a regular gas fill-up. That's not just convenient, it's a total game-changer. Then there's range. Most EVs offer around 200 to 300 miles per charge. Honda's hydrogen CR-V, nearly 400 miles on a full tank. That means longer road trips, fewer pit stops, and less stress for drivers on the go. When it comes to emissions, EVs are already a win, producing zero emissions while driving. But the CR-V goes a step further. Its fuel cell system emits only water vapor, no big batteries needed, and no environmental concerns tied to producing or disposing of them. Honda isn't trying to compete with EVs just for the sake of it. But with better speed, range, and eco-advantages, the CR-V hydrogen is stepping up as a serious contender. Sure, EVs currently have more charging stations and the convenience of home charging, but hydrogen refueling infrastructure is growing fast, especially in places like California, Japan, Germany, and China. And refueling a hydrogen car is lightning fast, done in minutes, without overloading the power grid like some high-demand EV chargers do. Here's another big difference. EVs rely heavily on batteries made from rare materials like lithium and cobalt. These materials are expensive, tough to mine, and raise serious environmental and ethical concerns. Hydrogen fuel cells avoid that altogether. No massive batteries to wear out, no messy mining, no fire risks, just simple, clean energy. EVs may be trendy, but they're starting to face real-world challenges. Long charging times, limited range, rising electricity costs, and concerns about battery longevity. That's why more people are taking notice of hybrids, plug-ins, and now, hydrogen vehicles like the CR-V. And Honda didn't bury this tech in some obscure prototype. They built it into the CR-V, a beloved family SUV millions already know and trust. It's familiar, but now it's faster, cleaner, and undeniably cooler. Will hydrogen replace EVs entirely? Probably not. But it doesn't need to. Even claiming a slice of the market can reshape how we think about clean transportation and force automakers to keep pushing innovation. Honda's leap into hydrogen power is more than just a bold move, it's a glimpse at the future. This isn't just about awesome cars, it's part of a massive global shift. Countries and companies everywhere are racing to discover the cleanest, smartest ways to power the world. Electric cars are just one piece of the puzzle. The clean energy revolution is happening now, and hydrogen is powering a new wave of possibilities. If you enjoyed this insight, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more deep dives just like this. And don't miss what's next. Click the next video. Trust me, it's worth it.